feminine space all of a sudden, you know? Like Vanessa brought it all, and we've got like these beautiful flowers, and then there's other art that's just like feminine rage, and I'm loving it. Who's here for feminine rage and power? This poor guy, he's just like, what the hell is happening right now? Am I in a coven? Is this an actual coven? No, it's okay. It's okay, sir. He's like, I'm sorry for my penis. I'm so, it's fine. Your penis is fine. I promise. I promise. I'm guessing. Are we a political crowd? Do you like politics? No. All right, one person is here for it. That's fine. I get it. We're sick of it, right? But you have to admit, things got exciting when Kamala stepped in, right? At least that happened. It just changed. Like suddenly, age was no longer a thing. It's like, yeah, who can't ride a bicycle now, bitch? Biden. It's Biden who still can't ride a bicycle. No, that's okay. I'm not going to get real political. Okay, I work with the state of Wisconsin, and I don't understand why we just don't legalize weed already. Thank you. They won't do it, right? They make you drive down to South Beloit like a criminal. What the hell? And like every time it comes up, people always show up for these public hearings, and they're like, no, I don't want to bring Illinois here, okay? I don't want there to be a dispensary in every neighborhood. Ma'am, there's already a dispensary in every neighborhood. Mine's name is Kyle, and I don't know about your neighborhood, but my dispensary can't see his kids without court supervision. So, like, what are we even doing, Wisconsin? What's going on? It's also nuts. Like, other states are so chill about it, and like, okay, I have a friend who moved out to Los Angeles to become a failed actor, and he told me that out there they've got something called California Sober. Do you guys know what that is? Some of you do. Okay, if you don't, California Sober is where you're sober, but you still smoke weed. Right? Okay, so we have a version of Wisconsin, right? Wisconsin Sober is where you smoke weed, but you also just keep drinking. Not so bad. All right, I'm done with politics, I promise. Well, sort of. Okay, back to smashing the patriarchy. So, yeah. So we do. We live in a goddamn patriarchy, and as a result, I raised my children, they're grown now, but I raised them kind of differently from each other. Like, I have a boy and a girl, and my son, I was always, from a very young age, just like, look, no means no, okay? Someone says no, you back off immediately. But to my daughter, I was like, never take no for an answer. You just stay there and you take it until you get what you came for. To my son, I was always like, look, be kind, be gentle, let others go first. You're not entitled to anything. You're not all that. Apologize, and it's okay to cry. To my daughter, got like just the opposite, or whatever that is. Just, you know, you are entitled to the world. You go out and grab it unapologetically. Never stay, live and be weak. Always be strong. Never let them see you cry. Which was fine, except that earlier this year, my son came to us and revealed that she's actually a transgender woman. Thank you. yes, I'm very good. It just made me realize, though, that I had accidentally, like, raised one strong, confident daughter and one regular American woman. Sorry about that, honey. Good luck with the eating disorder, I guess. I don't know. Now, having kids, like, makes you realize what you're good at. And it turns out that I am really good at holding a grudge. Like, I kind of knew I was good at holding a grudge because for over 40 years, I have been irritated with the couple from the Pina Colada song, but they're the worst. They're the absolute worst. Like, having kids just raises it to a different level. Like, 19 years ago, a woman down the street was mean to my kid, and I have been dreaming of her bloody demise every day of my life since then. Like, one thing you should know about me is that I have never in my life either thrown or taken a single punch, but I just feel like deep in my bones that if I had the chance, I could fuck her up. She's the only thing that I really hate about my neighborhood. And what you should know about my neighborhood is I live in I live in like the deepest blue part of the deepest blue part of the state in Madison. I live in the Willie Street neighborhood. Is some of you familiar?
Oh, yeah.
You've been to see Kyle, probably? Yeah. I get it. But no, it's my neighborhood. Like, okay, I love my little bubble, but we're a lot. Like, we're a lot. Almost everybody in my neighborhood is audibly vegan. And those of them who aren't audibly vegan, it's like they have to prove their street cred. Like they have to prove that they're worthy of living in the Willie Street neighborhood. So like once a year, a group of them will go out and they'll hunt and kill and field dress and then eat every single part of a Republican. I would actually love to see a Republican move into my neighborhood, like just out and proud about it. Just to see his house get pelted like with organic eggs, you know. Free range, not free market, I guess, I don't know. Now my neighborhood is great, but it's like they would 100% honor my daughter's transition. They'll honor your pronouns. They just won't honor any proposal for new housing. My neighbor hates that joke so much. She's like, look, just because we bought our homes in 1987 for $152 doesn't mean that we don't welcome others, okay? We welcome lots of people into our neighborhood, people of every ethnic group, every economic class. We welcome them into our neighborhood to clean our houses. And then leave on an inconvenient bus. That's... Okay, hello State Street, by the way. No, my neighborhood, it's good. One thing that's weird about it, though, is they are completely addicted to their Nextdoor app. You guys know the Nextdoor, right? They're bad. They're bad for society. And let me tell you, nothing gets the panties wetter of a Nextdoor group than a suspicious van. Oh my God, they love it. Well, they love it so much. Just everyone gets all worked up. We always hear these texts, you know, these crazy, oh my God, you guys. I had to pull my child off of the playground because there was a suspicious van circling around. Hashtag keep your babies close. Hashtag it takes a village. People lose their goddamn minds when they see these texts. They're just like, oh my God, way to go. Way to trust your instincts, Mama Bear. Couple of things here. Can we stop calling ourselves Mama Bear, white women, please? If you were really a Mama Bear, someone from the DNR would have had to come and shoot your ass off that playground. But even more importantly, I'm just going to say it. No one's going to steal your ugly kid, okay? Colton is safe, okay? Colton, there might be a kid in danger somewhere being kidnapped, but Colton ain't it, lady. He always has a stuffy nose and he spits when he talks, so hashtag calm the fuck down, Colton's fine. Now, speaking of kids, where am I going with this? Oh, yeah, okay, all right. Speaking of kids, how do we feel about Gen Z? Do we like Gen Z? Okay, I do. I love them. I love their bright hair and their bold tattoos and their crippling social anxiety. Honestly, I do like them. I think they're great people. And honestly, I need their help so bad. Oh my God, this world has moved on from people my age. I need their, and they need to be like a Sherpa to the old, to the semi-elderly like myself. Here's just one small example of something that I couldn't figure out until my kids set me straight. Okay. You know when you go to pay somebody on Venmo, and it makes you put down on the memo what the money was for? Okay, well my kids are out, but I still send them money once in a while for groceries and to make sure they stay gone. And just as a little joke between us, whenever I sent them money, no matter what it's for, I would just write down meth. Oh, just meth. I didn't know that was public. I know now. And so does my boss. So I've been given 6 paid weeks in which I'm pretending to go to rehab. So maybe, I guess. love Gen Z. I think they're great. Although, as Vanessa mentioned, there's a lot of ass eating going on, okay? I'm not here to pass judgment. I do feel compelled to say to you young people out there, bacteria is not just a boomer conspiracy, okay? So that's all I'm going to say, because I get it. I get that every generation has its thing. You know, my grandparents used to swallow goldfish for fun. My parents' generation smoked all the cigarettes. Every generation is putting something in their mouths that they probably shouldn't be putting in their mouths. I'm not going to lecture you, because when I was a teenager, it was my geometry teacher. So, it's okay. It's okay. It was the 80s. Everyone did that. The 80s were a crazy time. I feel sorry for people who weren't in the 80s, because that was great, right? Like, I remember I got to school in 1981, and all the freshmen were lined up, and as we walked into school for the first time, we were given a backpack, and some pencils, and a small bag of cocaine. It was great. The teachers were nuts. Like, there were no boundaries. There was a very good chance that you either did drugs with, had sex with, or at least drove around completely drunk with at least one member of the faculty. And I'm not saying that's right, you guys. I'm saying it was fun. And I went to a conservative Catholic high school. It's true, I did. I went to a very conservative Catholic high school in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And the teachers are crazy, but the kids were surprisingly good Catholics. Like, the girls that were so devout, they would say a full rosary every time they had a secret abortion. I'm pretty sure the philosophy was, oh, it doesn't really count if you're planning to go to college in the fall. Is this a pro-choice crowd? Okay. I wanted to check if it was safe. A while back, a producer on a comedy show asked me not to do any abortion jokes. I mean, he was nice about it. He just said, just please don't do any. And I'm like, but they're fully developed. I'm going to carry the term and whatever, but no, that's a long story. I don't have a lot to say about abortion, except it does strike me as weird that all of the protesters seem to be at least 40 years past the age where they even have to worry about it. Like, go home and play with your grandkids, Marjorie, okay? You're not having a scare anytime soon. What's going on? It's also so weird that, like, abortion is the only choice that they protest, that they want to police. Like, I've had 2 kids. I have never once seen a protester in the hospital maternity ward. Never. Never. No one's marching up and down the hallways going, you're going to regret this! No one's holding up a poster of a dismembered marriage. No one's even trying to warn women, and this part is true, that your lower births are about to get blown to fucking bits. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you have a baby and you will never look at a plate of lasagna the same way again. I'm so sorry. I feel I had a duty to warn. I'm sorry. And like, I don't regret my kids. My kids are great. They're grownish now. Sometimes after the show, somebody will come up and say, you seem like you must have been a cool parent. I was not a cool parent, not at all. I think it's because I knew if I took my eyes off of them, just what they and their teachers could be up to. So no. Not cool. Not cool at all. I found out just how uncool I was, though, last summer when my daughter brought her boyfriend to live with us all summer long. Oh, boy. Look, I think young love is a beautiful thing, except when it's happening in my daughter's childhood bedroom. You guys know how you don't even want to think about your parents having sex because, ew, gross? Well, right back at ya, kids. It's also just not the right venue, okay? Nobody should be having sex in the vicinity of a pillow pet. They should be having sex as God intended in the church parking lot. Which is why my daughter and I had this really fun game that we played all summer where she and her boyfriend would wait for me to leave the house, and I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't, because when she and her sibling were little, they cock blocked like it was their full-time job. So no, I'm not going anywhere, guys. They want me to leave the house, they can buy me a small bag of cocaine.